Hello guys, on this particular one, even at this particular moment in Nigeria, they are not just calling anymore now that Tinubu should step aside, the other one to step aside. They are even adding Peter Obi's name to step aside. Some of our Igbo people, which you will listen to shortly, say that yes, Peter Obi should go, this one should go, that one should go. If we say may everybody go, who is there that can lead us to that promised land? I understand, even Kenneth Koko said in the past that Peter Obi should step aside, Tinubu should step aside, Atiku should step aside. This stepping aside, amongst them all, I still strongly believe that at this particular moment, it's still Peter Obi that stands out amongst them all. Let's watch this together.
And Obi no come out again. If you come out again, you go get problem. No problem, sir. This time around, bring money. You know you are very stingy. You cannot pay. The other time we use our money, this time around you are going to pay for campaign. Let us see how much you have. You pay. He can't. He won't try himself. That is why he wants to go for collection to become a vice, so that he will not spend money. He's very stingy man, no. He's a very stingy man. He knows that because if he come back this time, he's going to pay for campaign and he cannot.
It's not working. God will punish all of them. Now, I'm not even feed my children as I'm talking to you now. For me to eat now and war. It's as I day and I don't know what to say, sir. But I mean, I don't provoke. Even if not today, tomorrow will make everybody. Shall make them all day. Or may they give us our Biafra. Peter B winning here. They're not going to give Peter B vote. Now they say that Tinubu. Now they don't.
We see people snatching ballot box. We still see INEC denying the citizens of their rights. So our elections in Nigeria, they are never free and fair, and they will never be, because those in the hands of affairs are criminals, and they are not coming. They are not here to serve us. They are coming to plunder that which is left of the treasury. They are coming to plunder of that which is left of the economy, and that is what we are saying. So all we will see is brutality, just like what happened in Lagos State during the election. You saw what APC touts did to the electorate. Most of them came back injured. Some were killed. Many shops were burnt.
Very stupid country.
What are the... Tinubu is 2 years in office now. Can you share your experience? Like, what has been done?
Nothing has been done. Spoiled economy, everything spoiled. Nothing good has come out from Tinubu.
Nothing good has
come out from Tinubu. He has never done anything. He has spoiled the ones they have done. Yeah.
Like this morning, I was speaking to an Hausa, might say prices of commodity, things are beginning to come down. Food in the north is cheaper, and price of dollar is also coming down. People say, Tinubu, we should just give him time, that he's really trying.
That is never Tinubu handwork. It's the handwork of God. God is exposing Tinubu. God is the one doing it, not Tinubu. Tinubu wanted this country to be sold. Nothing he wants to do good about this country.
So Tinubu
is totally wrong being there.
All right.
That election would have been cancelled. And if he refused, they'll give him that I won. But the mistake he made is not ready for battle. He don't even know saying go get that type of support. But we don't know. He just came out. The next thing, so he's working. He took advantage, but doesn't have what it takes. That was why he was rigged. And he was beating like a weak dog. Put his tail between his leg and he was running and because I did not prepare. Did not prepare.
But he prepared. There was a campaign.
Campaign what? So campaign that people we did with.
Let me start by saying that many of us in this country, many Nigerians, what we sometimes exhibit the problem of lack of memory. We have very short memory. We forget where we started from, and we just start blaming President Tinubu for all the problems that Nigeria is going through. I remember, for instance, in May 2023, when Tinubu took over the government, there was fuel shortage in this country. People forgot that. All through the election of that year, there was fuel shortage. So when the president announced on day one, the day he was sworn in, and said he was removing fuel subsidy, the immediate reaction was called by NNPC, which has been the major supplier of fuel, was to increase the pump price. Because as at that time, NNPC was no more willing to import fuel. NNPC was saying the federal government was owing it over 4 trillion naira. and it was also owing its suppliers abroad. So what the federal government did, what President Tinubu did, was to breathe some life into NNPC to resume importing fuel so that fuel can be available. People forget that easily. There was no way Nigeria could have sustained the regime of fuel subsidy. No way. Because the resources are just not there. And we are just spending the money that ought to belong to the future generation. So the resources are not there, so government just have to do the right thing. Yeah, problems followed what the president did. This government has been honest in admitting some of the problems, some of the fallouts of the consequence of removing fuel subsidy, and has been doing a lot of measures, to ameliorate the pains of Nigerians. The second policy of government was the harmonization of foreign exchange. Before President Tinubu took over, the gap between official and the other window was about 300, 400 naira times. So some people were making money. If they had access to Mr. Emefiele, then the CBN governor can make you billionaire overnight. That has stopped. So I want to start from there and say, look, Nigerians should give this president some credit for stopping the arbitrage that characterized the foreign exchange regime under previous administrations, including PDP. But people are just not willing to give him any credit. Some critics. But we know that what he has done are very important, are very necessary, and they are for the benefit of our people. And we can see the results of the efforts he has done so far. We can see the results, the gains that have accrued to this country, the reforms that have taken place, and the gains are showing, and to the benefit of our people.
When you are looking at Burkina Faso, it's no longer a Sahelian project. It is now an African project because Africans have had enough. Africans are tired. You cannot keep taking our natural resources and tell us that the highest royalty paid to any nation in Africa on their natural resources is 5%. 5% royalty. How did I know? The former president of Gambia, Yahya Jammeh, was kicked out of office by the West because he said, I am not taking 5% royalty on the natural resources that are in the land of my fathers. They say, why? He said, how can you give me 5% royalty? Are we not supposed to have an agreement on how this is done? Are you not supposed to come into partnership and tell me what you bring to the table? I'll tell you, okay, I own this, you take this, I take that. No, you don't have that right if you are in Africa. They told him, Mr. President, you should be happy because the 5% we're offering you, there are only 3 countries in Africa that have up to 5%. The rest are lower. So Garland, we have less, which is why the president, the wife of the president of Sierra Leone, sitting president, was complaining. If she just complained recently, the video went viral, and she was saying to everyone that, listen, we are given 0.0001% royalty on the gold. You know, Sierra Leone is a gold coast. It's a gold coast. But if you visit Sierra Leone today, it's like a shithole. Pardon my language. Sierra Leone is a shadow. It's not even, you can't even find where to put your feet. So backward, so messed up, so devastated economically. But if you imagine if the gold in that country was being nationalized the way Africa, Ibrahim Traore is nationalizing the wealth of his country right now. Everybody from Sierra Leone would have been living so big, you won't see any one of them going to queue for visas to travel anywhere. This is what is happening to countries in Africa. And this is why every African diasporan must pay attention and must back what is happening in the Sahel. Because if you can consolidate and hold down what has happened in Sahel, many more victories will roll in. If we let them touch any one of those guys, we are done. Psychologically, they will weaken us. And you won't see any revolution anywhere again. But thank God for the gift of Russia in times like this. I believe that the rivalry, or not even the rivalry, the animosity between Russia and the West was created by heaven so that we can have our freedom. So that's why today it is not easy for them to take him out like they would have before. He wouldn't even have lasted 2 years in power. He's been there for more, and so much is.
What's your take on the plight of the people over the excruciating time right now in Nigeria? This is NAIJA Watch Media. Join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's continue to talk about the things that affect you and I. Take care, guys, and bye for now.